This is Granny Maggie from Granny Magic, Professor of Earth Magic at Dead University. As always, honoring your magic. I wanted to take a few minutes to explain, as a witch, why tarot is my preferred form of divination. Tarot is a rich, deeply nuanced source that presents for us a picture of energy in a moment of time, and if unchanged, where that energy might lead. It's like a very sophisticated doorway into shadow work sometimes, when suddenly things appear in a reading we didn't expect. It cuts through most of the possibilities of the reader's biases being projected into the reading. Yes, unconscious biases will come out in the way we interpret the cards, but the fact that we're so often surprised by what shows up in the cards, I think tips us off that the cards work somewhat independently of what we desire or want, how we want them to come out. It's really interesting, especially if we call spirit into the reading and ask spirit or ancestors or spirit guides to help select those cards and to guide our understanding. It can be quite surprising and revealing what occurs. So, one of the important aspects of tarot is it calls us to take some responsibility for what we want, where we want to go, to look at, honestly, the patterns of behavior that are leading us towards the end, the future as forecast in a reading, when perhaps that's not where we really want to go. And I think this is how tarot really is an important alternative to other forms of divination, by really looking closely at the cards and the way the energy is flowing. As a witch, it opens up opportunities. Take responsibility for that energy and those patterns. Say what it is that you want. Set those intentions and manifest them. There are those who say we cannot change the future, and there are probably aspects that we cannot change. But there's many, many, many aspects that we can change, that can actually shift the entire trajectory of the energy for most things. And the very fact of us defining what it is we do want and working towards that and understanding ourselves better, that's the real point of this journey in life. And so tarot fosters all of those things. It's not good for fortune telling. It's different than a lot of psychic readings that I observe, where the client asks a question and they're told, well, this is what's going to happen. Tarot, the energy is this, it's leading here, and ultimately it's going to manifest this. There's a path. And we can see what might come and how we might want to change that. It may be after we really consider what we get as the future in a tarot reading, we may actually even embrace it. We didn't know that was a possibility. Maybe tarot's telling us, work on that. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to experience a tremendous amount of growth. And it's going to push you to the next level spiritually. Witches don't shy away from hard work. We want that growth. We want that potential power. So tarot doesn't always tell us what we want to hear, which sometimes I think some psychics have a tendency towards, or they might have their own personal bias if you hear them say the same thing to many other people over and over. It's less easy to be biased with tarot cards because they're really putting responsibility on the person asking the question. And they're literally showing them possibilities and choices, leaving it in the end up to them, not the other people in the situation, not their disappointments. It's all about taking responsibility for your choices and your energy and how you're going to move ahead. And in fact, sometimes there are questions somebody asks me, and immediately all I can think of is, if you don't already know the answer to that, what it is that you really want, you should take the time to find that yourself. Dig deep. Not everything needs a tarot reading or a psychic reading. We have brains, we have feelings, we have experiences. So it's kind of a mixed bag when we look to tarot or to a psychic reading. What are we really hoping to get from that experience? How are we going to allow that to impact us and our lives? Are we really in a place where we're ready to take responsibility and to step forward? As a witch, those are the most important parts of your practice, knowing what you want, having faith in yourself, and even if something seems difficult, how can I make that happen? So that's why I always look to tarot when I'm doing divination for myself or for somebody else, because it's just so much deeper than that. The possibilities are all there before you. How did you get to this place? Tarot tells you. Tarot shows you a picture. These are the actions. This is what perhaps you're not looking at clearly. And this is where this energy and these patterns can take you if they remain unchecked. All of that. It may seem rather dubious in some ways to some people, because it's all about responsibility and self-transformation. Tarot is magic. It's magic. And it's an opportunity as a witch for your magic to make a profound difference in your life as you move forward.